Welcome back to another episode of Excel. I am your host, Nav. In the last video, we learned how to use if function with multiple conditions. We call it nested if function. We figured out how to get Excel to decide between high, medium, or low based on just two checks. And you saw how that can save time and effort in real-life tasks. But towards the end of the video, I also mentioned how multiple conditions can make the nested if function look messy, and it may be difficult to debug. We have a solution for that problem, and I will teach you how to sort it out. But before that, if you have not watched the nested if function tutorial yet, then please do so. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Let's get started. Today, we will learn about ifs function, which is a smarter and cleaner way to test multiple conditions in Excel without getting tangled in a web of brackets. It reads just like a checklist. If this is true, do that. If not, check the next. And the best part? No need to nest a thing. Let's see how it works. Let's say you're managing a performance review system and you have scores for each employee in column D. And here is what you want the Excel to do for you. If the score is greater than or equal to 80, then return excellent. If the score is between 60 and 79, then good. And if the score is between 40 and 59, then average, otherwise poor. If we were to use nested if function, the formula will look like this. As you can see, we will have to start a new if function within another if function to include a new condition. And in the end, you will need the same number of close parentheses as your conditions. So if anything goes sideways, it may be difficult to find the bug. However, you can always use Alt plus Enter keys in the function bar to break the formula, which will make it easier for you to fix the problem. The formula works, but it might be harder to read as the number of conditions grow. Now let's use if statement instead. In the ifs function, we don't need to start a new if statement within the function. There are a number of logical test arguments in this function, which are your conditions. And then if any of those conditions are not met, it will move to the next, and you will be able to decide what Excel should return in that event as well. For example, in our case we are saying, any score below 40 should be marked as poor. Let's implement it. In cell E6, type equal IFS, open parenthesis, and then, in the logical test one, just select cell D6 and put a greater than equal sign, and then type 80, press comma, and type excellent in the value if true argument. Now simply put your second logical test the same way. Cell D6 greater than or equal sign, type 60, and then in the value if true argument, I will type good. Now repeat the process for third condition. And then in the last logical test argument, select cell D6, put less than sign and type 40. And then in the value if true argument, type poor. Close the parenthesis, and good thing is that you don't need multiple close parentheses like nested if. Now press enter, and there you have it. Seems like Ella Thompson did not have a great month, but this is just an hypothetical example. Now copy, paste, or drag cell E6 across all the way to cell E25, and you will have each employee's performance labeled according to the criteria just like we wanted. Is not if statement easier to use when compared to nested if? Of course, it is. But now you would say, we don't need to use nested if function then? Well, in some instances, you will still have to stick to nested if because that function is much powerful. Ifs function was launched to make it easier for users when they have to test multiple conditions on the same variable, which is score in our case. So, you will still need to use nested if you are looking to combine more than one variables such as sales and score, etc. Trust me, it's not that hard. It just needs a little bit more practice, and I am sure you will master nested if as well. Now it's your turn. Practice nested if and ifs function with your own data. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Comment if there is anything I can help you with. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe button so that you don't miss my daily updates. I will see you in the next video.